All right, man. Another video before I have to rush off to work. I got 10 to 15 minutes, so bear with me. Another series down. The Lakers go down 4-1 to Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. Um, Luka Doncic, LeBron James. They did what they could for the majority of this series. LeBron first in rebounds, first in assists, first in steals, first in blocks, first in field goal percentage, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. That actually should have changed after last night with Rudy Gobert's performance. So he will be second in that regard. Second in points per game, second in minutes per game. Minutes played per game. 3-point percentage and field goals made. Year 22, age 40. He did all he could do. They don't have a big man. They did not have a big man. They had Rui Hachimura doing the jump ball with Rudy Gobert to begin the game. Even the jump ball at mid-game, third quarter, whatever it was, Rui Hachimura's doing a jump ball. Maxi Kleber got his debut in this game. They were in disarray for sure. There were times throughout this game where Rudy Gobert is just wide open under the rim and just dominating, bro. Just killing the Lakers. Just every time he's going up, being trying to cosplay like a Dwight Howard, just trying to tear the rim off every time he got the ball. Numerous putback dunks. Like I said, numerous times he's just wide open under the rim, just getting easy baskets. Last 5 players with 27 points and 24 rebounds in a playoff game. You have to go with Hakeem Olajuwon, 1988. Charles Barkley did it in 93. Shaq did it in 2000. Tim Duncan did it twice, once in 2002, once in 2003, and 22 years later, Rudy Gobert does it. He was the game changer, honestly. And in that first quarter, Julius Randle alongside of Rudy Gobert, they were the game changers. The Wolves made it their mission coming out of the gate to attack Luka at all times. At all times. Whoever had the ball, did not matter. Julius Randle, first play of the game. Left hezzy, took 2 dribbles, took a step back, cash over Luka in the mid-range from about 17 feet. The next possession, they have the ball. Ant misses a 3 from the top of the key. Luka gets the rebound. Randle pokes it out of his hand. Rudy's just sitting there right under the basket. Easy lay. Go up 4-0. The very next possession, Luka is still on Julius Randle for whatever reason. I do not understand that matchup at all. He just blows past him from the exact same spot in the corner, damn near off the same move. Took a couple dribbles, found Rudy slipping down the lane. Easy layup. 6-0 start to the game. Couple minutes later, on the break, Julius Randle makes a quick left-to-right body cross over Luka Doncic. Luka then fouls him and he gets an and one layup. Not to keep piling on Luka, bro, but Jaden McDaniels even got in on it, blowing past him for a wide open dunk, and got matched up against Rudy Gobert a couple possessions later in the deep post. Had no choice but to foul him, which would have been his second foul in just 4.5 minutes. However, JJ Redick did decide to keep him in the game because what are you going to do? You're down 3-1. You need every single second of Luka Doncic that you can get. There was a possession throughout that first quarter where the Wolves got 4 straight offensive rebounds. And it's like everybody's just looking around on the Lakers like who's going to get the ball. Numerous offensive rebounds throughout this game. The Lakers gave up wide open threes time and time again in that first quarter. Nobody rotating, showing any kind of intensity or care on the defensive end. They went down 29-15 on a Minnesota 17-6 run. Ended up going down, finishing the first quarter down just 9 on a 31-22 deficit. But to start the second quarter, Wolves were up 3 in fast break points, 6 in points scored in the paint, 8 in bench points. But the Lakers did come out with a little more fire, a little bit of a fight of their own, running a 14-3 run, cutting the lead to 3, thanks in part to LeBron James and Austin Reeves, and the fact that Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels were out with 3 fouls apiece for majority of that second quarter, if not the entire second quarter. Rui. What can I say about Rudy, bro? He was great the entire game, man. 10 points in the first half. Knocking down his jumpers was huge for them in the entire game, bro. Hitting some really timely shots. 4 of 6 from deep through 3 quarters for a total of 18 points. He was very constant for them, very consistent. Even got a lob in there from Luka at one point. This was just a big man game, bro. Julius Randle, even in that fourth quarter, picked it up and started dominating. Just throughout the game, throwing the ball up to Rudy and letting him go to work. In that second quarter, Anthony Edwards picked up his aggression, supplying some much-needed offensive power, scoring prowess with guys like Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert on the bench. You had Dante DiVincenzo, Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I think, at one point. Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert all out there at the same time. Or, excuse me, Naz Reid as opposed to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. But he ended up scoring 10 points in the quarter, 4 assists in a half, just finding the open man out of those blitzes and double teams, handling it very, very well. But to end that first half, Luka Doncic did end up leaving the game with an injury. Lower back injury. He had like a weird, I forget who fouled him, but he like landed really weird and I guess like injured like his lower back hip area, they said. But he did make his return, and in that third quarter, he left his mark on the game, scoring 15 points in that quarter and helped the Lakers take a momentary lead. But like, yeah, like it's just, I really don't have words, man. It's like they have the star power, obviously, in a Luka Doncic. LeBron James being 40, I did read off his stats. He's first and second in damn near every statistical category throughout the series. But he will be 41 at some point next season, year 23. We saw it throughout this series. LeBron James is not the same LeBron James, and that's okay. He's 40 years old, but it's like, damn, just to like, it hurts to see it. Like, I seen the Lightning McQueen meme when he got passed by the newer electric car. They had LeBron James and Anthony Edwards was the new car, talking about enjoy retirement. That hurts. That hurts. We know Bron not retiring because he would have had his farewell tour. But damn, if he decides to hang it up after next year, bro, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Whether they get far in the playoffs or not, I obviously want LeBron to win another championship, get number 5, but this is not the same Bron. This is not the same Bron, and I don't know what big would be on the market just off the top of my head right now that the Lakers could go out there and get. Obviously, Domantas Sabonis is a guy on a trash team right now that is, in disarray. They don't have, they just extended or gave Doug Christie his multi-year extension as a head coach. But that team's not doing nothing, bro. Nobody's coming to Sacramento. You got lucky to get DeMar out there. He just wanted to be in California. He didn't want to go to the Clippers, though, because they couldn't afford him. The Lakers probably wouldn't have been able to afford him. So the next best thing, the Golden State Warriors wouldn't have been able to afford him. So the literal next best thing was Sacramento, and that's why he ended up in Sacramento. That's my personal thoughts. No other outside sources. Like, that's literally the only thing that makes sense to me why you would choose Sacramento. Yeah, they did have De'Aaron Fox out there when he came there, but that DeMar DeRozan added to that team is not really doing much, and we saw that De'Aaron Fox ended up getting traded, and now Domantas Sabonis might potentially be on the move or could be on the move. So that, they could be able to maybe do something there, but I don't know what those contracts are looking like or how interested they would be in a Sabonis, because they do need a defensive center for sure. And you maybe could find a backup. The Mark Williams trade being rescinded was probably, they looking back on that now, like they probably wish they would have kept him. Yeah, you got a promising rookie in Dalton Knecht, but he was a 4-year player, so we don't know how much he will end up progressing and what he could become eventually. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm doing a new thing kind of when I'm doing these analyzations of the games. I'm taking the last 6 or so minutes of the game and just giving, or just the best like clutch time moments of the game and giving a rundown of everything that happened. So we'll end up closing out the Lakers game with that. And then obviously the Warriors got blown out in their game, down by 30 plus points at one point. So we don't really have to speak on that. The Rockets end up extending that series. We'll speak on that series when the time comes. They obviously have another game. But I haven't spoke on the Lakers series at all this time or this playoffs, I don't think. Maybe in my podcast episode, but giving them their own video right now. I do have to go very, very soon, though. So let me get this out the way. 6.5 minutes left to play. Luka hits a buzzer beater floater off of 1 foot over Jaden McDaniels to take a 1-point lead, 88-87. Go down the court. Dorian Finney-Smith ends up getting his 6th foul with 6:07 on the clock. Wolves being in the bonus at this time, so Jaden McDaniels walks his way to the free throw line, hitting both to take the lead back, 89-88. Go down, the Lakers get the ball. Brown missed a fade over Rudy. 5:36. I forget who missed the three, but Rudy gets a putback slam for his 27th point of the game, taking a 3-point lead, 91-88. Maxi Kleber, for whatever reason, is back in the game. Misses a three. Bron rebounds, missed a pull-up jumper. Jaden McDaniels, the Wolves go down, Jaden McDaniels misses a three. Lakers get the ball back. Maxi Kleber steps out of bounds. Turnover. 3:29 on the clock. Julius Randle finally breaks that nasty basketball that we were seeing for a second there. Hits a floater over Austin Reeves, putting the Wolves up 5, 93-88. And then LeBron comes down on the very next possession. Cashes a corner three over Randle, 93-91. Julius Randle gets the ball with Luka on him. 2:44 on the clock. Blow by again for an easy layup at the rim, taking a 4-point lead, 95-91. Then the Lakers get the ball, I think, in transition. I didn't keep track of everything, so I'm not going to miss. But I want to say it was in transition. Luka missed an easy layup at the rim. He may have gotten fouled, but it wasn't that much contact to where he should have been complaining to the ref for missing that easy layup. He's essentially wide open after Nikhil is already out of bounds, out of position, and complaining to the ref that he didn't get the foul call. The Wolves get out in transition. Anthony Edwards floats to the rim for an easy bucket. 6-point lead at this point, 97-91. LeBron missed a step-back three, having Rudy on the left wing in isolation. Chooses to take a step-back three. Yes, he did create great space because he caused Rudy to be out there looking like, the long, frail guy that he is, not really looking very suave guarding in the perimeter, so to speak. But, yeah, he chose to take a step-back three and missed. Minnesota goes down, turns the ball over, 1:47 on the clock. Rudy doing what he did all game, doing what he could, hitting another three, 97-94, but it was all for nothing because Mike Conley goes down. Very next possession, hits a corner three, 100-94, ending a 18 missed streak from deep for the Wolves in the game. Lakers obviously get the ball back. Austin Reeves misses a layup. Maybe he was worried about getting blocked by, because he had Rudy on him in the ISO, got right to the rim. He may have been most likely concerned about getting blocked by Rudy more than focusing on making the shot. So he ends up missing that. Gabe Vincent chucks a terrible three in transition a couple plays later. And then Julius Randle gets fouled with 38 seconds on the clock, hits two free throws, 8-point game, 102-94. LeBron, easy layup, few seconds later, 102-96. He was ready for the season to be over. You saw it in his face, especially on that last possession. 16-8 run for the Wolves to close out the game. Ended the game with 4 bench points. Minnesota had 22. Minnesota's 18 offensive rebounds, thanks in large part to Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle. Lakers had 8. 11 Minnesota turnovers. Lakers 15. Minnesota 7 of 47 from downtown. Lakers hit 11 of their 37. And then 24-33 in the free throw area for the Timberwolves, and then the Lakers shot 19 of 25. I will do a more in-depth podcast video and watch some of these games back and see, what things, I don't know. But I do have to go. I appreciate y'all tuning in, bro. I will catch you on the next one. Subscribe if you are new and like the video. Peace.